Hey everybody, thanks for joining us here at T. Roy Cooks. I really appreciate it. We're doing an oven roasted turkey for you today, and also I'm going to show you how to make a classic stuffing to stuff into your turkey. And we need to do the stuffing first, so let's get started on that. Here at the stove, I've got my herbs all chopped up. I'm going to set those to the side for right now. And I've got 8 ounces of unsalted butter. I'm going to melt that down. We'll meet you back here very shortly. I'm using the Cajun Trinity here. I've got about 2 cups of onion, bell pepper, and celery. And it's got a little garlic in there and also some parsley. I'm going to sweat these veggies down for about 5-7 minutes. Let them get soft and translucent, and then we'll doctor it up here in a minute. So while my veggies are getting soft, let's talk about the difference between stuffing and dressing. It's a north-south kind of thing. And the South is dressing, and it dresses up your turkey because you bake it separately in a casserole dish and then you serve it on the side of the turkey. In the North, it's called stuffing because you're actually stuffing the bird or stuffing the meat with the ingredients for the bread stuffing, or cornbread stuffing if you want. I'm curious how y'all make yours. Y'all leave me some comments down below in this video. Let me know what you do in your family to make your stuffing or dressing if you're in the South. So while my veggies are sweating down, I thought I would cut up a little of this andouille sausage. And this andouille sausage is from Lobel's of New York, folks. It's going to be some good stuff. It's a nice spicy type Cajun sausage. A lot of times you see it in gumbos and crawfish type stews and stuff like that. Also, that all natural turkey that I'm using, you'll see here shortly, that was also provided by Lobel's of New York. So I've got to tip my hat to my buddies over at Lobel's of New York. I appreciate you sending me some products to use in this video. Y'all go check them out, lobels.com. So for this andouille sausage here, I'm just taking and cutting it into quarters. Folks, y'all check that out. Check out all that seasoning and spice inside there. Lovely, lovely. And man, it sure does smell wonderful. So just quarter each of these lengths. Just give them a nice little, you want bite-sized pieces. So they're looking really nice. Let's go ahead and add in our andouille sausage. And also our herbs. Get our herbs in there. Put your little salt and pepper in there. And this was unsalted butter I used. If you're using salted butter, you may want to hold off on the salt. Fresh cracked black pepper. And just use the salt and pepper to taste. Give her a good mix. Alright folks, got me a bowl, a large bowl here to mix all my dressing and my stuffing together. Got some croutons here. I like the larger size croutons. You can also use it with your own bread. Just bake your own bread, cube it up and put it on a flat baking sheet in the oven at 350 for about 30 to 45 minutes to dry it out pretty good. I'm going to go ahead and add in all of our veggies and our andouille here. Start adding in some chicken broth. I got 4 cups here because I'm going to use some when I'm doing the turkey, so I don't think I need all 4 cups for this. I probably just need 1.5 cups to 2.5 cups. Yeah, I think we're going to need some more chicken broth in this. And these croutons, they're going to soak up and absorb all that flavor that's in the onions and the Cajun Trinity and also the andouille and this chicken broth for that matter. And remember too, while it's in the bird, it's going to absorb some of those juices from the bird and while the bird's cooking in the oven. So you don't want to get it soggy.
Don't want it soggy.
No, don't want it soggy. You want to give it a quick little test, taste test. That's really good. A little bit more black pepper. Doesn't need any salt. I think that's jamming right there. All right, everybody, I've rinsed inside and out with cold water this turkey and also have patted it dry with some paper towels so it's really dry. Now, if you notice, they got the wings here. I'm just going to take these, stuff them under each side. Come on, work with me, boy. Work with me. The legs, they have this piece right here that's holding the legs together, so I don't need to truss this is what I'm getting at. This is a gorgeous, it's about a 13-pound, a little over 13-pound bird. I'm just going to take and put some salt on the inside of it here. Same thing with some pepper. There we go. Now, to keep this bird moist, what I like to do is take my finger, and you can use the back of a spoon if you'd rather, but take your finger, kind of run it under the skin like that, And try not to pierce through the skin. That's gonna baste this meat as you're cooking it. It's gonna make it really, really nice, really juicy. All right, now I got 4 ounces of butter here. It's melted, or room temperature butter anyway. Just kind of stuff it through. And you know, another good thing that would be nice to do is get your butter and make a compound butter out of it by adding some herbs and stuff to it. But I'm just keeping it simple this time. And you see, I'm just using my fingers to kind of push that butter around through there. Just like that, folks. All right, and I'm gonna do the other side, same way. We'll meet you right back. All right, now once you have the inside done, under the skin done, just take the rest of the butter. And I'm using salted butter here. That way I don't have to salt down the bird. You just wanna rub it all over this bird. And that's gonna make a really nice golden colored skin here when you pull it out of the oven. And also, you should be preheating your oven at this point. And I've got mine set at 425 for right now. We're gonna start it off 425. That's gonna help quickly crisp up that skin so that it'll hold the moisture in. It's kind of like searing a steak. So we started out 425, then we'll drop it down after about 20-30 minutes. We'll drop it down to 350 and let the bird finish cooking at that point. All right, now you get your stuffing. Just stuff it into the bird, just like that, folks. And when you're stuffing it in there, you don't want to pack it in too tightly, because if you do, it's not going to cook well on the inside. It's going to mess up your cooking times. But you do want to make sure that it gets all the way into the bottom or the front edge of the bird here. Give it a quick little push, just kind of, again, not super tight, because it's going to swell up when it absorbs some of the turkey juices in the oven. And I like to have a little stuffing showing in the back end here, so I'm just going to take and finish it off here. Okay, I think we're good there. Tuck my leg back in here, just like so. All right, we're good there. Again, try to pull the skin down a little bit. Let me see if I can flip it around here for you. All right, can we see this, Karen?
Yeah.
Okay, so I've got the bird here, and it's got this cavity where the neck is right here. Just going to stuff some stuffing in the front here, and you'll see here in a second why I'm doing that. Just a couple of handfuls. You don't need a whole lot. Okay. Come on. There we go. And then take your skin, fold it right back under the bird, just like that. And you see what that stuffing does? It forms this pouch right here that smooths this out in the front, so that when you pull it out of the oven, you don't have that sunken cavity that you usually would see on a turkey when you're pulling it out of the oven. All right, everybody, get you a nice roasting pan like this, and you stick your mirepoix down in here. This is going to help us make our gravy. Shove everything in there. Got onions, carrots, celery, just like so. Mix it up real good, and this is going to provide a bed that the turkey can rest on. That way it's not sitting in its own juices while it's roasting in the oven. Kind of get an even layer there. Need some more onion on that end down here. There you go. That looks nice. Also, we're going to throw in some of the chicken stock. About a cup or so of it. And might as well use the rest of that. It's not going to hurt anything. It's going to evaporate as it cooks also. You remember earlier I told you to save your stems for your herbs that you were using in the stuffing. That's good flavor right there, folks. Throw them in there. Don't lose anything. All right, and then we're ready for our bird to go on. Come on, baby, come on. All right, there we go. Just like so. And again, give it a nice once over. Make sure you covered everything with your butter. Folks, I forgot to tell you, when you get your bird, you'll have the neck in there. Go ahead and throw this down into your roasting pan here. And also the heart and liver and stuff like that. Just throw that down in there, let that cook too. That's going to help flavor your, what do you call it?
Your gravy sauce.
Yeah, the gravy when we're done.
And that's those hearts and gizzards, they're usually in a bag inside the turkey. So you definitely want to make sure you get those out of the bird.
All right, everybody, we're going 25 minutes on this bird at 425. Bring you down here. We're going to crank this oven down to 350. And we also need to baste it. From here on out, we're going to be basting it every half hour. That's what we're looking like right now. And I'm just using some of that same butter that I rubbed on the outside. Just baste it all down one more time. And also I meant to mention the leftover stuffing that we had. What you want to do is put that in a casserole dish that's been buttered and put some foil over it, stick it in the oven. It's always nice when you have extra stuffing. That way you're not going to run out. Everybody likes the stuffing. It's been 3 hours since that bird's been in the oven, but in the meantime I made some cranberry sauce homemade. Let me show that to you here. Doesn't that look delicious? It tastes so good. Nothing better than homemade cranberry sauce. I'll try to shoot a video of that and put it up there for you so y'all can see it. Let's check out this bird. Alright, and again, this has been 3 hours. I forgot to mention, after I turned the oven down, that first half or 25 minutes or so, I did cover this with foil. So to get a little color on the bird, I'm going to go ahead and take this foil off now. It's stuck back there in the back. There we go. See, it's coloring up really nice. I've been basting every half hour. So I'm going to go ahead and baste it again. And I'm going to baste it one more time, at least one more time before I pull it out. But taking the foil off is going to help it finish coloring up real nice. So we've got about another hour to go, I'm guessing. And again, we're going by internal temp. We're not going by time. We've been going 4 hours. Let's go ahead and pull this bird out. Let's check it out for temp. Let's see where we're at with it. Hopefully I can get this where y'all can see it. Ooh, doggy. Put it right down between the drumstick and the breast, down to where the thigh is. Oh yeah, look, we're at 188, 189. If I go a little further, a little deeper, it's a little bit better. And just double check it here in the thigh real quick. Not where the bone is there, T-Roy. Come on. Yeah, we're done. I'm gonna go ahead and pull this out. And what you want to do, especially if you use an egg in your stuffing, you want to check your stuffing. Make sure it's at least 160. Let's see what we've got here. Oh yeah. Yeah, we're close to 165, if y'all can see that. So we're good there. Now, we need to take the bird out. We're going to use the pan drippings for gravy. All right, folks, now when you rest your turkey, what you want to do is try to rest it about, well, I'd say about half the time you cooked it. So this cooked about 4 hours. We're going to go about 2 hours resting. Put some foil over it, and then cover it with a nice cloth like that, kitchen towel. Just let that baby rest. Let's get on to making this gravy. All right, everybody, these are our pan drippings. You want to take the meat out of here, and the turkey, and try to get your twigs and stuff out of here. Just take all the big chunks out. That's all we're trying to do here. All right, everybody, now what you want to do is take these drippings, pour them into a sieve here, and into a bowl. You're just straining out all the other little particles and also those herbs and sticks and stuff you put in there. We're going to do some cooking in this pan. Let this separate so you can get the fat out of it. Alright, now what you can see here is the separation between the fat at the top and the turkey drippings on the bottom here. And what you want to try to do is get some of this fat off here. We're just going to put this in this pan. I decided to just use a regular pan here. But you want to try to get, you know, some of this fat off here. And then we're going to make us a roux out of that. Alright, and as you can see, there's still just a really thin layer, and that's fine. I'm not worried about that. Now let's get our stove and get this fat heated up here. Be right back. Alright, as you can see, my fat's starting to boil there. Just going to start throwing in some flour. This is all-purpose flour. And usually you try to do one part of some kind of oil, whether it be butter or turkey fat. You know, 1 part oil to 1 part flour. That's a pretty good ratio.
But you poured off most of that fat.
Yeah, I forgot to tell you. Thanks, Karen. I had too much fat in here. That's going to make a whole lot of gravy. I didn't need that much. So I did pour off about half of it. Or if you want, you can save it and make some more gravy later on down the road. What you're trying to do here is just kind of make a paste, and you're also trying to cook out the flour taste. That flour is Needs to cook just a little bit for a couple minutes to get that flour taste out. All right, everybody, this has been a few minutes here. Probably about 4 minutes, actually. It's looking really nice. Let's go ahead and start adding in some stock. A little bit at a time. Let that flour just absorb all that goodness. Remember, man, we had the mirepoix in that pan. We had the turkey neck. We had all the turkey organs in there, the internal organs from it. That's some fabulous, fabulous stock right there. All right, just keep adding a little bit more until you finally get you a nice gravy going. We'll meet you right back. Everybody, this literally took 15 minutes, if that, to get it to this point. It's a nice looking, really thick gravy. It coats the back of your spoon like it's supposed to. That's what you're wanting. All right, everybody, look at this beautiful, all-natural turkey from Lobel's. Golden color, nice. Let's check it out. Let's cut this little slice off here. Oh my gosh. This is gonna be gorgeous. Tell already. There you go, folks. Nice. Beautiful. Ooh,
That looks delicious.
now let this sit here a couple of hours, but let's go ahead and taste this. Let's see what it tastes like.
Yes, let's.
All right, everybody, look at this little bitty tester plate that Karen made for me. Thank you, honey. Here's the stuffing, got a little gravy on it. Here's this nice turkey and some homemade, that's the homemade cranberry sauce there. First off, the turkey. Let's check that out. Oh yeah. That's got plenty of moisture left in it. That's some fantastic turkey. That's good stuff, folks. Yeah. Try a little bit of all this right here if I can get some. Let's see if I can get it all on here on one bite. A little bit of the dressing, a little bit of the cranberry, a little bit of the turkey. Yum. Oh my God. Karen, you're gonna love it. Folks, this is perfect. Perfect, perfect, perfect. I love this. Again, thank you for Lobel's for sending the turkey and the andouille. Gives it a nice little kick on the stuffing there. And that all natural turkey is absolutely amazing. Nice and juicy. Hope y'all give this a try. I wish everyone out there a happy Thanksgiving. Folks, if y'all like this, y'all give me a thumbs up. Hope you share the video, and when you do, please tell all your friends. T. Roy cooks responsibly. See y'all next time.